welcome back to another episode of the Brother Sports Podcast. This is episode 21. Guys, we was going to record last week, but, we didn't get to. We was busy.
Yep.
But we had some topics, but we switched these out for new, fresh topics for you guys. So,
I do remember one of the topics is Greg Popovich. He is fully out for the season because if you guys do remember, he did have a stroke.
Yeah. Yep. That's unfortunate. And I like Greg Popovich. He's a great coach. Obviously, he's been around forever for the Spurs. But hopefully, he gets a speedy recovery and comes back strong next season.
Yep, I hope so.
But LeBron is 40 years old, as we all know, and he is fifth in MVP voting,
which is insane. By the way. No one in their 40s has ever played like this. The closest person to
what
ever
he's
play
doing right now, man, just insane.
It is insane. The only person who's ever been 40 and who's averaged like 20 a game is Michael Jordan, I'm pretty sure. And he's nowhere close to LeBron when it comes to that. He shot terribly.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yes, MJ averaged more points, career points, than LeBron has, over 30 points a game. Whatever, that's great. Good for him. Look at how many attempts a game between the two.
Yeah, well, Michael Jordan
had way more attempts.
28 to 30 plus attempts a game, and LeBron shoots like 23 shots a game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a big difference. LeBron did it. He passed Michael Jordan in scoring also. First of all, it took him a year longer, but also Michael Jordan played more games, and he also shot 1,200 plus more shots.
Mm-hmm.
So LeBron's a way more consistent scorer. Whether you believe Michael Jordan LeBron's the greatest scorer of all time, I think he is because what he's done. He has 50,000 career points.
Yeah, playoffs and regular season combined. And that's not counting his Olympic points,
No, that's not counting. Yeah.
Or preseason points.
Or FIBA or just anything, Like, that's... Overall, he probably has like 70 or more. Like, seriously. So, I think LeBron James is the greatest scorer of all time. He's the all-time scoring leader.
The thing is, though, he's a pass-first player and still the best scorer of all time.
You can argue because 10 scoring titles, and Michael Jordan does have, obviously, the most points per game by any player.
Well, that's great.
But that doesn't mean he's the best scorer. Kevin Durant is way more efficient than Michael Jordan. Technically, he's a better scorer than MJ.
Yeah.
Overall.
Right. Anyway, back to this. Back to
this. This is the reason why our last episode was now.
Ridiculous, actually.
We
aim for 15 minutes, and we always go over. Just to let you know, this is supposed to be a 15-minute show every week.
Yeah, but we always get 30 to an hour, It's ridiculous. But, obviously, right now, LeBron James, he's 40 years old. He's putting up MVP numbers. He's number 5 in MVP voting right now.
If you look,
which I think he should be number 3 because he's led the Lakers to the 2nd seed. Yes, Luka's on the team, but even before that,
Luka,
without AD, they were like 8-2. They beat the Celtics, and that was the previous champions.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like,
by the way, the Cavs recently beat the Celtics too.
Yeah, so you Celtic fans, I was looking at the score. You guys were a little butthurt.
Oh, they're always so mad.
They're like, "Oh, you got lucky."
Yes, Drew Holiday was not playing, but that's great. That's fine. I mean, but that's not an excuse.
But also, we had,
and Porzingis was not playing either. I mean, we had bench players out. I don't remember exactly what the stats were, but
I know Donovan Mitchell. He had 40-something points.
Oh, he went off in the fourth.
Oh, he did.
I watched that game.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, you Boston fans get so butthurt for no reason.
Yeah, like MJ fans,
They're like the same. They're in the same category of butthurt. But
Anyway,
obviously, LeBron right now has the 5th best odds to win MVP. Right now, I think he should be 3rd. He has better stats overall than both Tatum and Giannis.
Tatum
Giannis
should not even be on the list, to be honest.
No. Obviously, the only reason Tatum is on the list is because of the Celtics record.
And Jaylen Brown, there's a reason he won Finals MVP because, in my opinion, he's the better player. He's the more consistent player.
He's more consistent. Yeah, Tatum's stats are good, but right now, LeBron, yeah, he's averaged 25, but since All-Star break, he's averaged 30. He's averaged 30, 12, and like 5 since All-Star
it's
break.
Ridiculous.
Which is
ridiculous.
You
look at the final stats for the past 4 games. Luka over 30 points. LeBron over 30 points. People said, "Oh, it ain't gonna work." Whatever. Luka, he's trash. No, dude, he didn't play for 2 months, and he just got traded. It took time for him to get it back. Look at him now; he's got it back, and him and LeBron are meshing very well together. Like you guys said, that they wouldn't make it work. They're making it work, and they're looking good, and they're going to.
They've said that with
stay healthy.
LeBron.
They're going to win a championship.
Yeah, they've said that with everyone.
The roster that they got.
D Wade. They said that with D Wade. Said that with Kyrie. They said that with AD.
Mm-hmm.
What happened? Championships each time. Say that with Luka. What's going to happen? Championship. I bet you.
Dude, they are number 1 offensively and defensively since the All-Star break.
Even before that.
They are the best team since the All-Star break.
Even before the trade, they were still.
They beat the Nuggets, which have had their number for years. Swept them in the past 2 playoffs, or eliminated them, not swept them, but eliminated them in the past 2 playoffs, and they beat the Nuggets without AD, without the biggest guy is Jackson Hayes, and he barely played.
Yeah, and Jackson Hayes, he's been dominant. He's been really dominant.
The way that they played Jokic was perfect.
He only got
7 shots.
Yeah, he only got 7 shots, and how many points did he have? I'm pretty sure it was single digits, or no, he had
I think he had a triple double, but he got free throws.
Yeah, he had 13 or something like that.
Whoa, for Jokic,
and he's the MVP,
number 1 in the MVP vote. Bull crap.
Actually, Shea right now is, but he's number 2. Yeah, he moved up. I seen it on Instagram earlier. But right now, he's number 2 in MVP, but yet he got held to 13 points. An MVP shouldn't do that.
No. To me, LeBron, what Shea's doing, that's great. To me, though, where is Donovan Mitchell?
Donovan Mitchell should be up there because he's leading the Cavs to the best record in the NBA.
Best record in the NBA. Why is Shea on here but not Donovan Mitchell? You know what I mean? That makes no sense.
I don't get it. It's stupid. Why is Tatum on there?
They're second in the East. They're not even the best in their conference.
Exactly. So why is he on there?
And not Donovan Mitchell. That's bullcrap, man. It's rigged.
So
crap.
Donovan Mitchell should probably.
So right now it's Shea, Jokic, Tatum?
Jokic, Tatum, Giannis, and LeBron.
Why is Giannis, dude?
Giannis, what is their seed right now?
I'll check real quick. I'll check. That's there is. I know it ain't as good as the Cavs right now. Nobody is. Cavs are the only team in the NBA right now that has clinched a playoff spot already.
Yeah. Even if they lose,
the Bucks
even
are
if they lose, 4th. Why aren't the Cavs? Why isn't Donovan Mitchell? I don't. What is the logic? I know Giannis is averaging 30 a game.
Giannis is a great player, dude. But Donovan Mitchell is, I'm not going to say he's completely carrying that team, but he's the leader of that team, and he is so good, and he deserves to be in the MVP top 5.
Right now, Donovan Mitchell averages 24. I'm pretty sure. Hold up. Yeah. 24.4 points per game. He averages 4.3 rebounds and 4.8 assists. Yeah, that's not the best when it comes to that's really good still. but he's also really efficient.
Mm-hmm.
And he's also, again, leading the Cavs to the best record in the NBA.
And he is clutch as crap in the fourth.
Exactly. He might honestly win.
He has
Clutch
won
Player of the
so
Year.
many games in the fourth quarter.
He has a chance to win Clutch Player of the Year.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the thing. Also, Jared Allen, I'm pretty sure, is also locks up for Defensive Player of the Year.
He should.
Right now.
He should be.
Which
Rudy
is
Gobert should not
insane.
even be mentioned.
No, Rudy Gobert's washed. But right now, LeBron, since the All-Star break, he's averaged, again, I said, like 30, 12, and like 5 or around that range. He's also shot like 55% from the field and 44% from 3. 44%. That is That's Steph Curry's like best.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron's doing that right now. Yeah, he's shooting like 39% for this season because he had the giant shooting slump.
Mm-hmm.
But right now he's shooting 44%. That's like the best in the NBA.
If you look at his 2013 MVP season and his stats this year, his stats are better this year.
The only thing is, like, there's a like 0.2 difference in points
per game.
And other than that, right now LeBron is having a statistically better season than he did in 2013.
12 years
in 2013, ago. Yeah, in 2013 was said to be the best LeBron to ever play the game, you know. He has a better 3-point percentage easily. It's higher. It's like 4% higher.
12 years ago. More. Just think about that.
That is how long he's been dominant in the game.
12 years ago.
He
won his last
MVP.
Now. And he's having a statistically better season than that. And his team is second in the Western Conference.
Yeah. He's led this team to, like, it's ridiculous.
This is what I have an issue with this top 5 spot right now is where's Donovan Mitchell and why is LeBron not higher?
And why is Giannis?
Why is Giannis there at all? Or Tatum?
Giannis and Tatum there. I get Tatum, but he's not even the best in his conference.
He's not even the best on his team.
Exactly. Exactly. Like, the stats would say other, but overall, Jaylen Brown's better. I think Jaylen Brown is a better player than Tatum. Let's see here. I'm gonna look here. Okay, so I'm trying to see if I can find like their percentage, like everything, real quick. That's this season. Okay, so right now, Jason Tatum's averaging 23.5 points per game, while Jaylen Brown's averaging 19 points per game. But also, Tatum doesn't play the best defense.
No.
Jaylen Brown can play defense.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let's see here. Hurry up. Phone's being slow. Okay. Tatum, he has better stats overall. But also, Jaylen Brown shoots better. I think. Just Tatum's he's overrated, I think. Honestly. Yeah, Tatum has the better stats, but that doesn't fully mean he's the best on the team.
He should not be a top 5, and him and Giannis should not be there over Donovan Mitchell
and LeBron. Just, no, him and Giannis.
Are they averaging more points? Yeah, that's fine, but look at where they're at in the conference, or where their teams are at. That's the important part of MVP is where your team is.
If it was for just stats, LeBron would have stolen both of Steve Nash's MVPs.
Oh, he should have had him anyway.
He would have stolen I'm pretty sure. Didn't Kobe win it in 2008?
Kobe, yeah.
He would have stolen that Kobe won in 2008, and then he won 2009, 2010, 11, 12.
Arguably the Derrick Rose one too.
Yeah, and Derrick Rose. He should have had that one too.
2011, I believe it was.
LeBron should have like 8 MVPs or more. But if that was from statistics, but no. Like in 2018, he should have had it too against James Harden. The only thing James Harden had on LeBron was scoring, and that wasn't even by that
he
much.
took the Michael Jordan approach and just attempt per game.
Yeah. But like LeBron led in everything else. Rebounds, assists, blocks, steals, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, like everything. Basically. Well, maybe not 3-point percentage, but you know, basically everything. And he didn't get that MVP. I seen an article whenever I was just looking at stuff, and this guy regretted voting for James Harden.
Oh yeah, look at him now though. He's kind of washed. Like he'll have good nights here and there, but he's kind of washed.
He had that like 50-something point game the other day, but he'll get like 2.
Yeah.
Like he has
Kawhi, dude. Watching Kawhi, he's washed too. Like he's not the same. And I like Kawhi.
I know Kawhi's an amazing player. Just seeing him from 2019 and now, it's sad how much of a decline.
The injuries, man.
Injuries are terrible. But okay, so right now, obviously, now Jokic is number 2. I'm gonna go over everyone's stats here, and then we can just go over where LeBron should be, like overall, just from stats and stuff like that.
All right.
But Jokic right now is number 2. This list I have right now, he's number 1. But he's averaging 29.2 points per game, 12.6 rebounds per game, and 10.4 assists per game. And he's coming off a 32-point triple-double where he made 13 to 16 shots. That's ridiculous. And then, you know, the Lakers
held him to 7 shots.
Locked him down. But he has more than 27 and counting triple doubles this season. But it says here he has the best triple double percentage of anyone in the NBA and stuff like that. It says here his best game in February, he had 28, 11, and 9 in only 29 minutes against the Suns. But Shea right now, he's number 1. He averages 32.4 points per game, 5.2 rebounds per game, and 6.2 assists per game. The only thing he leads in Jokic is obviously points, but those points have a role. He's the only other player in the MVP race to have 30 points per game is Giannis. He averages almost 31. But it says here, you know, his case, obviously, those waiting for Gilgeous-Alexander efficiency to obviously dip down. But he, has 20 games with plus 35 points in the game. He has made at least half his shots in every month, except for the 4-game October, and all while doing this from like the number 1 team in the West. Without a big man for much of the season, because Chet got injured back in what, November or something like that.
I think so. Yeah,
it was around them. So without a big man, Shea has obviously proven himself.
He's like back now, but
Chet's back. He's been back for a little bit now. But his best performance in February was a 50-piece against the Suns, where he shot 62%, had 8 rebounds and 5 assists. Jason Tatum should not be number 3. He should not. But right now, he's averaging 26.6, 8.7 rebounds, and 5.8 assists. This is his season stats. But his case is Tatum's consistency remains steady as the calendar flips to March. Perhaps the biggest leap has been his playmaking with 33 assists over his last 4 games. Lucas had that in his last 2. But
no doubt about that.
But his signature game was a 40-piece in a 27-point whipping of the Knicks. The Knicks.
Lakers beat
the Knicks yesterday. But he followed that with the 25-10-9, another blowout win over New York. Giannis, his last spot was number 3. He averages almost 31 points per game, 12.1 rebounds, and 5.8 assists. His case for being, MVP, the league's, second leading scorer, remains a double-double machine and a stellar on the defensive end. He must obviously stay healthy to keep, the Bucks in the top 6 in the East.
Top 6.
That's the thing.
Listen to that.
Top
Why is he
6.
number 4? Top 6.
Top 6, exactly. And LeBron, last rating was number 6. He's number 5 now. He averages 25, 8, and 8.7. His case is he's shooting 55% and 43% from 3-point in the last 3 weeks. Just before and since the All-Star weekend, the efficiency is partly the reason why James has risen up to top 5 on the ladder. So, just in the past 2 weeks, LeBron has
skyrocketed.
Skyrocketed. How is he not top 3? 2 weeks, and it took him 2 weeks to get to number 5.
Yeah.
Come on. Right now, it says here, he has been an all-around solid player for much of the season. His best game in February, it's hard to say. Was it his 40-point performance against Portland while coming off a loss, or 42 against the Warriors with 17 rebounds and 8 assists? And then he beat the Mavericks with 27 and 12 rebounds.
Yeah, exactly.
LeBron has had better games than Tatum.
Oh, yeah.
And Giannis.
And his team is second in the West.
And in February, I'm pretty sure, besides that 32 triple-double, he's had a better game than Jokic.
Donovan Mitchell is number 7 right now.
He should be... Anthony Edwards is number 6?
Yeah, above Donovan Mitchell.
No. What it should be right now, I think, Shea, Jokic, LeBron. Then, maybe... Okay, let's see here. Maybe Giannis. I'll put Giannis with Tatum. Then Tatum. No. Never mind. I forgot about Donovan Mitchell.
to me.
Right now, it should be Shea, Jokic, LeBron, Donovan Mitchell, then whoever else.
To me, it's Shea, LeBron, Donovan Mitchell, then Jokic,
Honestly.
and then Giannis just by default.
Yeah.
Tatum to me is not even top 5 because, I mean, what he's doing isn't really that impressive when you look.
Not really.
Yes, I put Shea above LeBron because the Thunder are number 1 in the West, but the Lakers are number 2. And then Donovan Mitchell.
Obviously, right now, the Lakers really have no chance of passing up the Thunder. But
unless the Thunder just go on a losing streak.
Which I doubted, obviously.
Yeah.
But if
LeBron 10 games behind the Thunder?
If LeBron can keep, obviously, that momentum, because they're on an 8-game winning streak right now, the Lakers are, because of LeBron. And obviously Luka.
That's without AR and Rui for a bunch of those games, like 3 or 4 of those games.
Yeah, I mean,
AR came back last night and he only had 8.
Yeah, but one of those games also, I don't remember if it was before the loss or not, but 4 people had 20 points. Mm-hmm. Luka, Rui, Austin Reeves, and LeBron. Yeah. 4 people had 20 points. That's like the Cavs. That's how the Cavs have been all season. That's how they've
been all season. Like Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, Mobley, Jared Allen, and then a bench player.
Okay,
whether it's Dean Wade or whoever.
The Lakers stats from last game. Let's see here.
LeBron had 30 and Luka had 31.
Okay, so LeBron, Luka. Okay. LeBron, he had 31, 12, and 8, 11 to 23 from the field, and 2 for 8 from 3. He had 1 block, and his plus-minus ratio was 4. Now, Finney Smith, he's been doing really well defensively.
Offensively, not offensively.
Yeah. Luka, 32, 7, 12. LeBron had almost the same stacks as Luka had 4 more assists, and obviously LeBron had way more. He had 5 more rebounds. LeBron was way more consistent. Well, not way more,
Not
but
really.
still.
He was 47%. Luka was 39%.
Yep.
But from 3,
But
LeBron was only
Luka
25, and Luka was 33.
Yeah.
Did you see Gabe Vincent was 4 for 4 from 3?
He's the reason we won that game.
He was clutch as crap, man. Like
He's never like that. I don't know what the crap.
The game before that I watched, and he was brick after brick.
I know what happened. LeBron said, "If you don't hit these 3 3-pointers, I'm gonna trade you." So he's like, "Oh crap, I'm gonna have to." He got scared of being traded.
Gabe Vincent ain't that guy.
Yeah, he's not. He'll have good games.
Connect
Back in
at
Miami,
threes, man. Like,
yeah, connect. See, whenever the Lakers are full out in sync, they're unstoppable. Again, 8-game win streak. The last time they had a 8-game win streak was whenever they won a championship in the bubble. Oh, but it's the bubble. It was mentally the hardest championship. They were NBA players away from their families for months and months. Imagine LeBron. He has 3 kids. It was loving, like, imagine that toll of not seeing them for months.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but they were like in Disneyland. They could do whatever. They really couldn't.
It wasn't shut down because of COVID.
Yeah, exactly. But they just sat in a hotel. They had everything. They didn't. Again, people in the bubble will say it was mentally challenging because, again, they were away from their families. Obviously, Kevin Durant didn't have to have that problem.
Yeah, he's a loner.
Kevin Durant just likes basketball
and video games.
Yeah, you know who he is.
Kevin Durant. I got a lopsided head.
But
we gotta wrap this up. It's been half an hour.
Yeah, go on. But I think LeBron should be number 2 to number 3 in.
Right now, I'm not putting nobody above him except Shea. Just because of where the Lakers are, they're above the Nuggets right now.
I wasn't thinking about like where they were, but the only reason I put Jokic above him because I triple-double. But LeBron is leading the Lakers to the 2nd seed, so I didn't really think about that.
Triple-doubles too.
And LeBron, since he's been 40, he's had like 8.
Yeah, Jokic might be averaging triple-double, but he's also the main player on their team and the biggest. So it's easy for him to get points and rebounds, and then passing too. Yeah, he's great at that. So it's an easy triple-double for him.
Not really hard. Unless you're going against the Lakers. Then,
Yeah, then you get shut down. But you still
obviously you get a triple-double, but you get shut down to 13 points. I mean,
washed. How are you MVP? All right, we'll move on. I'm gonna try not to make this an hour. All right. Sad. I hate to see it, but Kyrie is out for the season.
Yep, it's sad day for NBA fans, especially Kyrie fans.
Mavericks, man. Mavericks have had a
Mavericks have been struggling.
Yeah, it was their fault that they traded Luka. And then AD gets hurt, which they traded Luka for. And then Kyrie's out rest of the season, torn ACL.
And
just to remind you, this is
coach gets arrested for like something with a gun or a weapon.
Yeah, something
like they've had it rough. Luka gets traded, AD gets hurt, their assistant coach gets arrested, then Kyrie gets injured.
Yeah.
That is, I feel bad.
And just to remind everybody, this team made it to the finals last year.
Yeah, and without Luka, they're nothing.
No.
Well, obviously, Kyrie.
They are good with Kyrie, but
now they're nothing.
Nothing.
Their best player is Klay Thompson.
He blew a layup the other day.
Mr. 0 for 10 in an elimination game or 0 for 11. Yeah, him. He's their best
Oh, and
player
their
now.
center. Who the crap? Their center's out
Derek
too.
Lively.
Yeah.
Is it him?
No, it's the other one. Gafford.
Okay. Oh.
It's just.
Oh. It says here, no, Derek Lively's out and PJ Washington.
I know Gafford got hurt too, though.
Well, maybe not now, PJ, because this article was a week ago again. So, but it says here, a Dallas Mavericks team that has been hit hard since injuries has been 19-10 since suffering the biggest medical loss of the season Tuesday when ESPN's, Toronto, reported that Kyrie Irving has been diagnosed with an ACL tear stemming from his injury earlier in Monday's loss to the Sacramento Kings. Without Luka, traded to the Los Angeles Lakers a little over a month ago, or the All-Star, obviously acquired Anthony Davis, sidelined, because obviously he hurt his wang or something, but he has a groin injury. The Mavericks are heavily dependent on Kyrie, who is their offensive afloat. Dallas is also missing centers like Daniel Gafford, Derek Lively, and dealing with a short-term injury from PJ Washington. Again, those are like all their star players. And it says here, meaning obviously Kyrie and Klay Thompson were the team's only regular starters available for Monday, and Kyrie's now injured. So now Klay Thompson is the only player who can actually put up offensive numbers, and he's not consistent
as crap.
Like he's obviously had some good games for the Mavs, but he's not consistent. So I want to see how this plays out.
It won't at all.
The Mavs are going to lose every single game. They're going to lose
until AD is back.
They're probably going to lose to the Wizards.
That's rough. Lose to the Wizards.
Yeah, that's rough. But until like Gafford and Derek Lively come back and stuff, PJ Washington, Klay's gonna have it rough.
Who knows? Man, like Kyrie, he's one of my favorite players all time.
I like the Mavs too. Like I like the Mavs. They're a good team, man.
They were.
Yeah. They were, yeah. But now they're gonna have it rough. They had playoff. They had hope with Kyrie. They could have, obviously made it, but they're not making playoffs now.
Oh no, not without Kyrie. Even if AD comes back, they're not making.
No, AD can't carry a load like that. He's proven it when LeBron's out.
He can't glass.
Yeah, he'll break his pinky toe and be out for the season. But it says here though, for a team that's obviously entered the season with title hopes. Again, they were in the finals last year.
Well, maybe don't trade your main player, and that'll.
Yeah, maybe just because he's gained a little bit of weight
because he hasn't played 2 months. By the way,
and because he's a defensive liability.
Look at what he's doing on the Lakers.
He's playing the best defense of his career on the Lakers.
Dude,
come on!
Did you see that block and then he threw it off of him to go out of bounds?
Yeah, it's just like, come on. The Mavs GMs.
You could just see the Mavs, like Nico. He is full of crap.
Yeah, he said. I'm pretty sure. Actually, recently he said something like, "Oh, like we don't need him," or something like that.
Look at what you're going to tank, man. You're going to probably be in the lottery for the daggone draft.
He's good. The Mavs are going to struggle without Luka
or Kyrie.
Kyrie might leave too.
Oh,
that's the thing.
He needs to come to the Lakers
because
he wants to play with LeBron, and he wants to play with Luka.
He likes both of them, so come on.
Trade Gabe Vincent in. I don't care who you trade for him, but don't trade Luka, don't trade LeBron or AR. I don't care.
I'm fine with Rui. I'm fine with all of them.
I don't
give me Kyrie, Luka, LeBron.
And LeBron.
That's the best trio. That's the best offensive trio that ever played the game.
That is rough for everybody else. That's championship guaranteed.
easily. And
Everybody stays healthy, championship.
Right now, the Lakers are talked for easily making the conference finals.
Oh yeah, and they can.
The only team they might have a problem with, I think, is the Thunder. And people are saying, "Oh, the Warriors, Jimmy Butler and Steph Curry," because they've been doing really good.
They have, yeah. No,
but they're not.
No,
I'm not taking the team.
We are number one in defense right now.
Who lost by 40 to the Cavaliers? Against I'm not taking that.
I will take the Lakers above any team in the NBA right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I love the Cavs, but right now,
offensively, the Lakers are so much better.
Lakers and Cavs in finals, that would be amazing.
Oh, that would
be amazing because we could go to Cleveland and watch the finals.
I would love that.
Watch LeBron and Luka and Donovan Mitchell again in the finals.
Yep, at the Rocket Fieldhouse. That'd be awesome. Imagine.
I mean, it's highly likely.
And we won't have to deal with D'Lo's brick having himself.
Oh my god.
We're not gonna
AD's glass high in.
And Gabe Vincent's actually playing good right now.
Yeah.
He's okay. that last game he popped off for no reason.
My biggest
right now
the turnaround in defense right now is Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
And Finney Smith. They're both really good defensively. And Rui, when he plays too, he's pretty good defensively too. That's obviously
right
LeBron.
Now. They're doing this. The Heat did their small, obviously that's what they're doing.
I guess LeBron is Jackson Hayes. He's not that he's a center, but
Christian Wood on the.
They don't play him.
Yeah, I know he's still the biggest.
Well, they have Alex Lynn too, but he don't get minutes because he's trash.
He ain't gonna get minutes. He's washed. He's terrible.
He gets minutes with Bronny.
Bronny, he's better.
Oh yeah.
Alex Lynn's the worst player in the Lakers. A rookie. Alex Lynn, he's only scored 1 point. He scored 2 points as a Laker.
Because he's trash. We don't need him though for defense.
He's I'm gonna do pick and rolls.
That's all he does. What an idiot!
He screamed and I'm gonna go to the basket. I know you're gonna pass to me. They don't pass.
Nobody passed him because he can score.
Hilarious.
Anyway, back to Kyrie. Like I said, he's one of my favorite players of all time. Has been since he got drafted. But just what he's able to do with the basketball, man. It's so magical to watch. His handles are amazing in his shots.
The fact that people think that he doesn't have the best handles in NBA history. He may not have the best handles ever, but NBA history wise, let's say AM1 guys and stuff like that, they obviously have way flashier handles because that's their style of ball. It's street ball. You can do whatever.
They don't play in NBA with it. Kyrie plays in the NBA with it.
The only person I think who could do that in the NBA is the professor, and the professor's 5'9".
Yeah.
But
Kyrie, he's just. I love Kyrie. I named my kid after him. So he's just such a good.
Yeah.
And he's turned into a good dude too. He used to be. He was kind of. He wasn't. He didn't make the best decisions.
He was an arrogant kid.
When he was in Cleveland,
who wanted
Boston.
Whenever he went to Boston, he realized the toll LeBron actually had on leading that Cavs team. He was then he apologized.
Yeah,
he said, "I'm sorry. Please give me some, wisdom. Help me out. Give me some advice to lead this team."
Mm-hmm.
And then he left the next season.
Yeah,
but
then he just turned into a really good dude, and he's apologized. Like I said, he apologized to LeBron. He even said that he wanted to play with LeBron again. So after this season, it could happen.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility
because he loved playing with Luka. He loved playing with LeBron.
Oh, that duo! Imagine the chemistry. Both of them have chemistry with Kyrie,
and then LeBron and Luka will have chemistry already too. So,
how many games they played? 9, 8,
10, I think now.
10,
still not very many.
Look how good their chemistry was in the 2 games.
Yeah, The first game, they had a full court pass to LeBron.
Well, yeah, Luka was over here smiling
Oh,
away, like, holy crap. I'm not used to this. Like, right now, Luka and Bron are giving back, like, D Wade and LeBron, like, with the full court passes and everything. You know?
Both scoring.
The lobs. Yeah, the both scoring, everything. It's perfect.
Or Kyrie and LeBron, you know, like they both did that too in the finals. Those couple games they both had like 43 and 43 or whatever.
Yeah. LeBron had back-to-back 40 games. Kyrie had like a 35 and 41 point game. Like it's bringing back that type of duo. AD couldn't do that with LeBron.
There's people saying that Luka's going to leave after this season. Like he's not going to stay in LA. Why would he leave? Where would he go? He said like his favorite player growing up ever was LeBron James. And he's playing with the guy that he looked up to. The guy that he developed his game around is LeBron. Yeah, you see how he's playing with him.
He's the happiest he's ever been playing basketball.
Yeah, he was happy with the Mavs. He loved the Mavs. He wanted to be there his whole career, but they betrayed him. And he's playing somewhere that people want him, and he likes playing with LeBron. Why would he leave? People saying, "Oh, he's not staying. He hates it there." Nah, he's going to stay.
He's averaging like 25 with the Lakers.
Past 3-4 games, he said over 30.
Yeah, exactly. He's averaging almost 30 a game, and like, come on. I think he's going to leave?
I think he'll stay.
They're on an 8-game winning streak. They're literally in the past like 20, 30 games. They've only lost like 4.
Last team they lost to was the Jazz that one game, I think.
Yeah, that one game where the Jazz blew him out, which was funny because they blew out the Jazz beforehand.
Yeah.
But that
was when Luka was still getting his game around and still on minutes restrictions and crap, you know.
Luka's healthy now.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have minutes. He's not on minute restrictions.
Look what he's doing.
Yeah. He's consistent again. Not as consistent yet,
but
again, he's still.
Yeah. I mean, the trade happened a month ago. And he just came back from being off 2 months, less than a month ago. You know, so like
that's crazy. It's been that long.
What he's doing at this short of time with the Lakers is impressive.
Yeah,
and it's proven haters wrong. And I think he will stay with the Lakers in the offseason.
Yeah. But we're still going to have to rebuild around LeBron whenever Luka retires.
Oh, yeah.
So we're going to have to figure that out, obviously.
Well, that'll be a few years, you know.
Yeah. That'll be
like 10 years.
Yeah, LeBron will be, 50, dunking. Yeah, doing LeBron things.
What he's doing now. He's been consistent.
Imagine he actually plays till he's like 47.
That'd be amazing. It's going to be a sad day when LeBron retires.
Yeah, it's not going to be like
I might actually cry when LeBron retires. Not even going to lie.
Like, he's been in the league longer than I've been alive.
Yeah.
You were 3 or 4 years old when he was in the league. He got drafted into the league.
Wow,
so you don't really remember an NBA without LeBron.
No.
It's like crazy to me. Like full-blown adults with families don't remember an NBA without LeBron.
I started liking NBA in around 2000 and
I know it was whenever.
No, 2006, because that's my first NBA live game. I played with Dwayne Wade in the Heat.
Oh yeah, that's when D Wade won the championship too. 2006. Shaq was decent that year.
Yeah, he's good.
Then like the next year, he got with LeBron. And he was But also I forgot they have Spencer Dinwiddie, Ashton. The Mavs. He actually hasn't been playing too bad.
No, he was playing better for them than he was the Lakers.
Yeah, he's playing terrible with the Lakers, just like how Westbrook did.
Yeah.
Even though Westbrook averaged like 19 a game, it was in terrible efficiency.
Oh my gosh. Missing wide open layups and turnover machine, man.
Shooting a 3 and hitting the top of the backboard. How do you do that?
I don't even know. He's so bad.
How do you do that? Like, yeah, Prime Westbrook was something else, but he still wasn't that efficient. But I do have here. I was trying to see where I'm at. After we were talking for a while. Obviously, they don't have a hope of winning championship now. For a team that entered the season with title hopes, as I said, they, obviously don't really have a chance of reaching the postseason.
No.
The now 10th place Mavericks. Wow. The 10th place Mavericks, have a 3.5 game cushion for the final play-in spot. The Suns are navigating, a stormy season. Kevin Durant at the center of, trade talk, while the, San Antonio Spurs have obviously had an injury setback with Victor Wembanyama, which sucks. Again, we talked about it 2 weeks ago. Hope, obviously Kyrie and both Victor and Kyrie get better. We pray for you guys. But it says here, how good was Kyrie, and stuff like that. Obviously, he was good as crap. But it says here, though, how good is Dallas without Kyrie?
Not very good at all.
Trash. It says here, in 10 games this season, without Luka or Kyrie, the Mavs have gone 3-7 with a negative 8.5 point differential. That's been deflated by a 43-point loss to the league-leading Cleveland Cavaliers immediately after shocking the, Luka trade. But Dallas has been outscored a combined of 42 points in 9 other games without both guards. Though it's rough. Literally, the face of the franchise is going to be Kyrie and AD, but I don't think AD and Kyrie will work together.
Kyrie's going to leave and go to the Lakers. Dude, I hope he does, honestly.
I really do.
But this season,
even though the Lakers are perfect right now, but
oh yeah, no, they'll get better with Kyrie.
Just easily.
But Kyrie, he was averaging 24.7 points, 4.8 rebounds, 4.6 assists, 1.3 steals in 50 games, while shooting 47 from the field, 40 from 3, and 91.6 from free throw.
Yeah. He averaged 44, 40, and 91? That's good as crap.
47, 40, and 91, yeah.
Nah, yeah. That's good as crap.
But
it says here,
are good. 48 minutes.
The Mavericks, are predictably tightened defensively with Irving off the court. But, obviously, they're going to struggle scoring-wise because, again, their best player is Klay Thompson. The Mavs built around the idea of having Luka or Kyrie on the court at all times, like how, obviously the Lakers are doing with LeBron and Luka. Right now, it says here, which leaves team with limited ball handling and playmaking elsewhere on the roster, Spencer Dinwiddie now steps into a critical role as Dallas's primary point guard.
Rough.
And he isn't nearly the efficient scorer Luka or Kyrie were or are. But now it'd be an ideal time for guard Jaden Hardy to obviously take a role larger. He averages 19 points on 36 minutes and is Dallas's most explosive athlete on the perimeter, and has seen his playtime fluctuate and left Monday's game with an ankle injury that could leave the Mavericks relying on a two-way player of Brandon Williams as their backup point guard in short term. Worse yet, Dallas can't fill its open 15th roster spot until the final week of the season because the team is too close to a hard cap at the NBA's lower luxury tax apron triggered by the offseason moves. A glimmer of hope for the Mavericks fans is obviously Anthony Davis. He could return soon, but he's not going to help. That's what I'm saying, because whenever AD is going to go against a center that knows how to play, he's going to get shut down. Because unless if he can play the 4, then they have a chance. With Derek Lively, say, at the center, and then
Or
AD
Gafford.
at the 4, they have a chance. They have a chance with AD at the 4. But if AD's at center, no.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
But right now, it says here, looking ahead, Dallas, the big quality of big man, lead to difficult offseason choices, recover from ACL tears, typically require at least 9 months for NBA players, stuff like that. Often more like, a full year. So, obviously Kyrie can't realistically be expected back at the start of the next season, 2025-26 season. With that, in mind, obviously the team is unlikely to have access to its mid-level expectation to add free agents. Obviously more than the minimum salary the Mavericks might consider dealing one of their centers for a ball handler to supplement, obviously Kyrie. One play in race, becomes 2. Obviously Monday's matchup against the Kings was a crucial, because both Dallas and Sacramento are both part of a 5-team logjam. Right now we're talking about the Kings and the Mavs, because they're kind of in a race for the play-in right now.
Oh yeah,
that's kind of. But as I said, Monday's matchup against the Kings was crucial for both, obviously Sacramento and Dallas, as part of a 5-team logjam for 6th to 10th in the West. The West is so competitive. One game, say the Lakers lose one game, they'll drop to 4th.
Yeah.
So it's so competitive. Then you look at the East, look how far it is.
Yeah, it's a big difference.
It's the West has always been more competitive. The last time the East was really competitive like that was back when LeBron was on the Heat.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
or maybe that second step with the Cavs.
Yeah, the Cavs probably.
Because obviously Toronto. I'm not gonna talk about them a lot, but they obviously got owned by LeBron, but they did have a really good team. They were the first seed in 2018, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
They had a really good team. And LeBron swept them. But it says here, Western Standings with just one game, half, with top to bottom now essentially changes to a 4-team race for the last guaranteed playoff spot, as well as another competition for the final play-in position. Let's see here also, and we talked about the Warriors and stuff like that. They're 8-1 with Jimmy Butler stuff, yeah. But again, I don't think they're going to beat them. They're not going to make it past the first round, I think, because if they're going to go against the Nuggets, they're going to get destroyed because Jokic, and if they're going to go obviously against the Lakers, they don't have a chance when it comes to LeBron, Luka, AR, and all them. No. But it says here, they're the clear favorite to avoid the play-in with 49%, with the Minnesota Timberwolves 33% and the Los Angeles Clippers 23%. But the Kings are projected for nearly 2 wins fewer than any of those teams and stuff like that. And they appear to be heading 9th, so they're possibly not even going to make the playoffs. That leaves in a race for 10th place and stuff like that, historically finishing as the lowest seed. And the play-in has been much of a reward. The number 10 team has yet to win, obviously, 2 road games, which we're talking about, the Mavs, and reach the playoffs in 4 years. Currently, the current play-in tournament format, and just 2 of 8 teams that finished 10th avoided elimination in their opening playing games. already the Mavericks are most likely of the 5 teams to finish in 10th projections using ESPN's basketball power index, because obviously of the injuries without Kyrie, they're gonna finish in top 6 in less than 1% of simulations. There's another two game separation in the projections between Sacramento and Dallas, creating a potential opening for a obviously team to jump the Mavericks and finish the 10th in the West. Fortunately for Dallas, though, two likeless contenders, the obviously Suns and Spurs, appear to be incapable of making that kind of run. That's rough, especially for the Suns because they have Booker, Beal,
good team.
They have that's a
On
good
paper.
team, man, on paper, but it's obviously not working out. It was good
Early.
last year.
Yeah,
and then just fell apart, I guess. But the Suns right now, 3 games over .500 at the start of February, and have collapsed as the Durant rumors have ramped up, trade rumors and stuff like that, ahead of the obviously February 6th deadline. Phoenix is now 4 for 11 at the start of February and 2 and 8 in the past 10 games. The Suns have reached the play-in in 20% of the BPI simulations, but that obviously they obviously can't account for what Phoenix can actually do and stuff.
Right.
They could go on like a 12-0 run. You never know. It's NBA.
Right.
I mean, but obviously Victor's Wembanyama's injury has slowed down that push to be able to make the play-in or in the playoffs in general. So the Spurs, but people are saying though maybe Portland can make a run.
No, they won't.
It says here the Blazers are one team outside of the West, and the play-in spots trending a positive direction after a 13-28 start. Portland has gone 15-6 over the past 21 games. So they've kind of flipped it around. But to join the play-in race, the BPI, projection rate, the Blazers are better than, it says here, the current version of the Blazers are better than either the Mavericks or the Spurs right now. But it shows here that the team is reaching the play-in just 8% of simulations though. So they could have a chance, but it's really, really, really low. But that's really all I have for that. We're just talking about just certain spots as if the Mavs can obviously make the play-in or not.
They won't.
Which they have a really low chance.
But
that's all I have for that.
Let's wrap this up. Appreciate you guys. That's all the talks we have. But follow our Instagram we have?
Yeah, Instagram.
And
I need to start posting on it. I've only posted one thing.
And then listen to our gaming podcast if you're in the gaming news. We do 2 episodes a week on there. But other than that, Rylan, do you have anything?
Obviously, as Ashton said, go follow our gaming podcast. 2 episodes a week. Obviously, we didn't last week, just like we didn't post on here last week. But we're normally pretty consistent when it comes to that. So, but follow our personal socials and all that too. And yeah, that's all I have.
All right. Appreciate you guys. We'll catch you next week.